heading over to game threes for both sides. The funny thing about the NBA playoffs, again, we're seeing injuries really hurt. PJ Tucker, Lowry, Struess, obviously Horford and Smart, game one. And that's why this game three today, and we'll start in the Eastern Conference. That's why this game three today is so important. Because Struess not healthy, Lowry's questionable. Tucker, we don't know. He's going to try to play because he's one of the toughest guys in the league. It's no coincidence that Milwaukee missed him this year a little bit because Tuck will try to guard anybody. He's just one of those rare guys that really believes he can guard somebody, a little bit bigger version of Smart, and they make it tough for people to score on him. So it's it's a guy they miss, and like I said, the Heat really miss Lowry. I'd like to see him start Oladipo at that point and see if he can get them into offense, make Jimmy do too much at once. It's tough. But the thing with the Heat is Bam Adebayo has not stepped up right now. His numbers are 3 points off and several rebounds down from the playoffs. So in this series, there's some very telling numbers. First of all, that Heat defense, which has been vaunted, is giving up 117 a game. The board is about even. The Celtics are getting 6 more assists a game, which tells you about the ball movement. The turnover battle's even. Okay. But where you go and you see the difference a little bit here is the 3-point shooting. The Celtics are shooting 42%. Heat is shooting 31%. That's a big difference. Both teams very solid at the free throw line. So the biggest difference is at this 3-point line here. Everything else is pretty much even across the board. And that's just a big difference. The field goal percentages, we'll see those in a sec here. But if you look, it's hard. It's hard to make up that 3-point percentage. I mean, so if I'm getting a couple more game, that's a game right there. But both games really ugly. But the Heat are lucky that they got back into that game one. They could easily be down 2-0. But if you look at the series numbers here, first of all, Jimmy Butler shooting 62%. Really, really, really underrated. After game two, he kind of fell on the sword a little bit. It really wasn't his fault, but he's talking about trying to get his teammates involved more. And right now, he's getting 7.5 boards and 4 assists. If Jimmy could get anywhere near, get that number up to like 8 assists, it'd be solid. Vincent's a little banged up. He's been very solid though. 50%. Tyler Hero's been good, but doesn't really guard. Oladipo struggled a little bit, 23.5%. So he's getting 9.5 a game, but plus minus is bad. Struess has really struggled, 37.5, and that's what happens when you're trying to guard a guy like Brown and somebody of that nature. Adebayo 60%, but not getting enough attempts. I mean, how's Bam Adebayo averaging 8 points a game right now? Playing 33 minutes a night, 8 points a game, 6.5 boards. That's not enough. Bam's got to touch the ball a little more. I know you got Al Horford and Williams guarding you, and Williams is a great shot blocker. Caleb Martin, I might have to give him a little more of a look. And Robinson got some minutes the other night. Maybe he can get out of a shooting slump. Like I said, PJ Tucker being hurt, that's really going to cost you. Dedmon's been okay. But again, there's just been not enough help there. Got to get something out of either a Duncan Robinson or a Caleb Martin and see what happens. And then Adebayo's got to step up. And like I said, Oladipo, 9.5 a game, but shooting 23.5%. Yeah, and you can't have that. And if you're going to do that, and you're only going to get 1 assist a game, we can't have that. On the Boston Celtics side of the ledger, let's check out the Celtics side. Jason Tatum, 52.9%. That's much better than he was during the regular season. I'm a big-time Tatum fan, but during regular season, that field goal percentage is a little low. 28 points a game. Here's the key, though. He's getting 5.5 assists and 6.5 rebounds. Those are great. Those are all-time numbers. Doing a great job there. Jaylen Brown, 24 a game. That two-headed monster is awesome. 47%. Likes to get that up. Marcus Smart made a big difference. Obviously, he plays one game and gets 24 points. If you're going to get that, if you're going to get 24 and 12 out of Marcus Smart and 9 rebounds, you're going to win a series. But it just goes to show you how valuable a guy like Marcus Smart is. Peyton Pritchard stepped up big time, in the absence of, some banged up guards and some things of that nature. Pritchard's been good. Grant Williams, 58.3%. Pritchard's only shooting 41%, but when you're getting, like I said, 14 points a game out of Pritchard, that's a lot. You're going to get that out of him. I know it's a blowout the other night, but still, he's been playing both games, getting good minutes. So you got to give him a ton of credit. Rob Williams, they're going to get 11 points and 6.5 boards. That's solid. Al Horford seems to be ageless here, 10 points a game. Only got 3 boards the other night, but he's been solid. He's done a very nice job. So we're going to have to see what happens here. Grant Williams, really solid, 13 points a game out of a guy like Grant Williams is very impressive, shooting 58.3%. And the 3-point percentages, like I said, 75% for Grant Williams, pretty impressive. 35 for Pritchard, 42 for Marcus Smart, 53 for Brown, 40% for Tatum. Those are 3-point percentages. Those are very impressive numbers. And the series is going to come down to, is Adebayo going to step up? And, is PJ Tucker going to be healthy? And you can see the Bucks missed him a little bit. Of course, they missed Middleton more, but you got to get something out of PJ Tucker. Very good, but Adebayo's got to step up and score the basketball. And you've also got to get him some more shots. For him to be getting 8 points a game is when you're shooting 60%. So you're going 3 for 5 on average here. I mean, that's not good enough. So Adebayo's got to touch the rock. So tonight around 8:00, they need to get this and they need to step this up because this is not going to get it done. In the West, 2-0. And to me, this series, this is as much of a mystery right now. Dallas didn't play defense in the first 2 games of the Phoenix series either. And I know you're guarding the Warriors, but the Warriors were not shooting well coming into the series. Clay has definitely looked a little bit, maybe his age or rusty, and Steph has been streaky. Not the Splash Brothers of old, but then you add Poole in here and you add some young life. If you look at Warriors 119 a game, Mavericks 102. Warriors are winning by 15 on the glass, and that's, if you're going to play small and the Warriors are going to play small, you got to be committed to rebounding. And that's just not happening right now out of the Mavs. Assists a game, Warriors again, 10 more assists. These numbers are not close. And even though the Mavs are up 19 points in that game the other night with the commitment to the 3 that all these teams showed today, these score swings are just wild. They're wilder than ever. Bigger scoreboard swings, bigger comebacks than ever, bigger deficits. And that's the dedication to the 3. Turnovers is the only stat that the Warriors are worse, and 15.5 a game, a little too high. But here's the big one. Warriors are shooting 56%. You're not beating anybody allowing 56% a game. You're just not. Unless you're going to shoot 58%, which they're not. The Mavs are shooting 41.5%. Warriors are shooting 42% from 3. The Mavs are shooting 34% from 3. And that's not even bad, but geez, you're just getting murdered on the backboard and the field goal percentage and the 3-point line. And that just can't be. So if you break down the numbers here, Curry, 26.5, shooting 40%. Jordan Poole's been the difference. So look at this, 21 points a game, 68%. I mean, if you're going to get the third guy like that to get 21 a game, there's no way you're beating the Warriors. But to me, the MVP of the series so far is Wiggins and Looney. Wiggins has been great on defense. He's made Luka work. I know Luka's lighting it up, but he's made him work, and he's getting 17.5 points a game. Now, if you're going to get that out of Wiggins, there's no way you're beating the Warriors. Him and Poole step up like that, and Looney, you could kiss your ass goodbye. The Warriors are going to be cruising to the NBA Finals and probably cruising to a title if they can get this consistent play. Looney, 15.5 a game. Looney hasn't scored over 20 since he was a freshman at UCLA. And the other night, he gets 21 and 12. Looks like he's a beast. So he's getting 8.5 boards a game, 3 assists out of Looney. I mean, pretty incredible. Clay has struggled a little bit, not getting enough shots, but shooting 56%, but only 15%, 15 points a game. For Clay, that's a little low. Otto Porter gives you good solid minutes, committing 23 minutes him off the bench, 10.5. Draymond's been in foul trouble, 8 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, 4 assists, typical Draymond, but, doing good things. Moses Moody off the bench, played a little bit. We got some blowout minutes the other night. On the side of the Mavs, we got Luka with 44%. Very, it's a little bit low for me. 31 points a game, 6 boards, 6 assists. But I got to find a way to get some other guys some open looks. Jalen Brunson had a good game the other night, but still the defense is just not there. You can score all you want, but if you're going to try to play scoreball with the Warriors, Mavericks have the slowest pace of play in the league. Warriors, if you want to play up tempo with the Warriors, A, that hurts the Mavericks pace, and B, that helps the Warriors pace. So C, you're going to lose. So if you're going to fight their way, you're going to lose. You don't go into the ring and have a brawl with Mike Tyson. You don't go in the ring and have a brawl with Joe Frazier. All right. If you're going to go in there, you're going to get crushed. If you're going to fight that way, the strategy's got to change. Jason Kidd has done a wonderful job, but the fact is, you got to slow this game down. Got to slow the amount of possessions down. You got to make this thing grind and then take advantage of your mismatches. Reggie Bullock, pretty solid, but again, 43%. Spencer Dinwiddie, 41%. 10.5 a game. Need a little bit more from Spencer. He's got to step up a little bit. Finney Smith's been inconsistent, but hey, these are not household names, and they're still contributing. Bertans, they're going to need a bigger lot out of him. If he's going to be in there for that amount of minutes as he was in the previous series against the Suns, 10.3 minutes, so you're getting in foul trouble like crazy. But the thing is, he's got to step up. 3 minutes out of Bertans is not good enough. He's been a pretty solid player for them through the playoffs. Powell doesn't even score the other night. I mean, you got to get something. If you're going to go with a small lineup and you're just going to play scoreball, which is what these games have become, you can't have a guy on the floor who can't score at all. I mean, like I said, Brunson's been great, but Powell gives you nothing. I mean, between Powell, Bertans and Kleber, 26 minutes, 3 points a game. You can't average 3 points a game, be starting at center and only getting 2 rebounds. You got to step up. Josh Green, Ntilikina got a couple of garbage minutes, but something's got to change here. I still don't know what it is, what the allergy is with Boban. If you throw him in there and make him guard Draymond, he's gonna get you some boards. You could help your rebounds. You might say, oh, geez, how the hell are you going to defend the pick and roll? Well, who the hell says you have to switch? There was a time in the league before the last 5 years when it became so lazy that you could give a hard hedge and you wouldn't have to switch and people would have to swing the ball. And you leave the weakest shooter open. Go watch any other level of basketball until the last 6 or 7 years, and you'll see that. You become so lazy, have Boban cover Draymond. Have Boban cover Draymond or Looney. One or the other, whichever one of them's in the game. Both of them are in the game, have him cover Looney. All right, this guy's going to get you some rebounds. He's not a terrible player. I know he's become a joke with the commercials, but again, I thought that the Memphis didn't use Steven Adams enough until it was too late. Then he started using him a little bit. You got to punish these guys on the boards. Memphis started to punish them on the boards. And if Dallas doesn't find a way to make up this rebounding differential, this is going to be a moot point. I mean, you're getting beat like a mule on the boards by 15 a game. And people talk about, well, the Mavericks had a shot the other night. I don't care. This is a trend that cannot continue. Numbers don't lie. 47 to 32. I mean, these aren't selective numbers. These are real numbers. It's not like that war crap in baseball or, these freaking statistical geeks who talk about, numbers that don't matter. These are real numbers here. These are rebounds. This is field goal percentage. This is real stuff here. These are numbers that you have to have. You got to win these battles. And if you're not going to win these battles, you're not going anywhere. So again, the assist numbers got changed. The rebound numbers got changed. The points per games got changed. The field goal percentage got changed. If you're not going to change those 3 or 4 things, you're going to lose. All right, and there's no way around that. So tonight we got game 3, I think 8 or 8:30 for the Celtics and the Heat. I think this is a big game. But again, if you don't get a healthy PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry, I don't know. Kyle Lowry just runs the team for him. I'm not saying he's going to come in and drop 25, but you could use a guy to be steady. I know he's not a great shooter either, but Oladipo's got to give him more minutes. Adebayo's got to step up, and Tucker's got to be healthy. So you have to like the Celtics' chances tonight. They seem a little bit less banged up. And, injuries, as we've said before, needs to be a 70-game season, no back-to-backs, and then no load management. So both sides get some. The owners lose 12 games, but they get no load management back. Also takes that bullcrap strategy that Pop made years ago off the burner, and maybe the NBA can get some more guys healthy in the playoffs because this has been ridiculous. It makes the effort during a regular season a joke, and then as soon as you turn up the effort, like in the playoffs, everybody's hurt. Everybody cries on every call because they're not used to having to play defense anymore. So again, just a little NBA update. Nothing crazy. Just wanted to check in and enjoy this NBA playoff. We are again